This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
And boom!
Common man. No show prep, no solid plan. Spins a yarn, begins a tale. Yes, a daring approach won't fail. Tune in, it's time for Common Man. Common man. Charms the housewives like no one can. What you shoot, word we play. Non-stop nonsense on deck today. Tune in, it's time for Common Man.
Delicious! Why should anybody aspire to be a common man, an average man? Do you realize what it means to be average? That means you're the best of the lousiest, and the lousiest of the best. Now, if we demand more and more for producing less and less, while the have-not nations encourage and inspire and indeed require hard work and maximum effort, if we deify the common men while they encourage and reward the uncommon ones, well, the end result of such a lopsided race as that is too obvious to require elaboration.
I mean, it's like, hello. Rosa, you don't know nothing.
I'm a fraud.
Yes.
Mark, they can't pitch. They can't hit. What is with, I mean, come on.
You guys are going to criticize whatever you want to criticize.
Enjoy the season.
You live by the dog, you die by the dog.
Huh?
Quack, quack. You're calling me a coward? Young man, I've done things that would make the hair on the back of your neck stand up.
Talk about guys stealing from 1 to 3. You ought to pay that station to be on there.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman, Miss Lewinsky.
Okay. You always love that one.
Who that? Who there? The Viking.
I've seen enough out of Cousins, Paul. Put him on ice.
That's interesting. A dog with a note in his mouth should be able to sell those over. That's interesting.
Stand up, Ford Field! Stand up! The Lions are roaring in Green Bay.
You like that?
He's the clown from Brown. He's the fourth in the north. This is the common man, Dan Cole.
So what's your boyfriend do for a living? So I already have issues. I have my own personal set of Sony headsets. I don't use the one that's provided here inside Studio A. And I pulled it out of my little. I even have a pouch for it, Tennessee. Like I take such good care of them. But the soft, spongy thing that fits around your ear.
Yeah.
It fell off.
Oh no!
I can't get it back on, and it looks like a mouse got to it and started eating it because there's. And I don't know what the hell happened to it because it was in perfect shape before I went to the fair. I didn't use it at the fair because they don't have any head. There's no microphone attached to it. So already thrown for a loop. No! It's like, but you know what, Tennessee? I'm one of those guys. It's sort of like you fumble the opening kickoff, right? The other team recovers. Your defense has to charge out on the field. You're facing adversity.
You bogeyed the first hole.
Well, speaking of that, there's plenty of things to talk about today. National Football League season starts. There was a lot of great college football action as well. The Lynx have clinched the number one seed. The Twins continue to spiral out of control. With all of those topics, why don't we, I don't know where to start, so why don't we spin the wheel of topics?
Wheel of Topics!
Commons Golf Game.
What'd you shoot today?
78.
Where'd we play?
Loggers Trail.
Where'd you hit it on? One?
Right up the gut.
How far from the green?
Had a 7-iron in my hand.
Second shot?
He didn't hit it exactly how I wanted it, a little lower. I just didn't get much trajectory, but it hit, how that green's kind of propped up. It hit the side, popped straight up in the air and ran off the back of the green.
Oh, really?
It was in the rough. It was a back left pin.
Then what?
Then I hit a bad pitch.
Then what?
Well, I buried the 15-foot putt for par. The biggest, I faced adversity in that round over and over. And I'm going to call myself Mr. Adversity, Mr. Adversity, because there was what happened. So I played the front side in 38. Oh, I was waiting for I was waiting for there. So I played the front side in 38 and hit a really good drive down the left side on 10. So then, but though there's a couple of trees that kind of infringe on the left side. So I have to hit it out to the right. It's nothing. It's a shorter par 5 that's very dangerous. It's got a big, deep bunker right in front of the green. It's got that horseshoe-shaped bunker that runs from back to front. I hit my hybrid, and it stays in play, but it's in the right rough, maybe 2 feet from going in the long stuff. I got 103 to the flag, and I dead shank it into the long stuff. No! So I figure I can't find it there, so I drop another ball. Hit that up on the green. So now let's see, in and 3, out and 4 on the green. If I have 2 putt for 7, right, make a double. So then I decide, well, I'm going to walk along that edge and look, and lo and behold, my original ball's there. Now, technically, I can't play that ball if it's like a sanctioned event. This is recreational golf, and by the way, I'm the unofficial ambassador in Minnesota Golf, so I do whatever I want. So I said, well, I want to play this one instead. So, but it's thick in there. So I chop down on it. What do you think I do? I hit it off the heel and pull it into that bunker. No! So now I'm like, uh-oh. I might end up making
a worse score.
I might make an 8 here. So I hit the bunker shot. It's okay, but it just pops up on the green. I'm lying 5. I got 25 feet straight uphill. And I say, why not me? Why not now? And I bury the 25-footer.
Wow.
Yeah. So a lot of adversity today. I doubled 17. Well, I was on 17, if you know what I mean. And so, but
was it a par 4 or a par 3 today?
Par 3. Well, here's the other thing. I think the golf god got mad at me because it was playing as a par 4, but I wanted to play it as a par 3. I actually prefer it as a par 4, but then it's a par 73, and it's harder to break 80 when it's a par 73. So I says, I'm going to go play it as a par 3. And I hit a bad tee shot, and then I chunked a wedge, knocked it on, and 2-putted. So, but all in all, I felt good. I played with Sauce and Shrink Wrap Guy and another member at Interlochen yesterday. You were invited, by the way.
I know. I would have liked to have played.
Yeah, you would have. Say, lucky. No! It's too hard of a golf course. They completely renovated the whole thing. You know why? They're having the Women's U.S. Open there in, I don't know, was it 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, something. I don't know what it is.
Regardless.
Well, it's like there's bunkers everywhere you look. It's like the dark side of the moon. It's just really hard. If you're not a single-digit handicap player, good luck scoring an interlock. I guarantee you, 75% of the people there can't break 100 that belong to that club. I guarantee you. There's no
I'm assuming
way.
Meat Sauce was one of them. Yes?
Meat Sauce, yeah. Well, he's not a member there, but he can't. No, he was worse than I was. He picked up on 3. I at least got to 7 before I had to pick up. Because I just pick up now. I'm not going to sit there and chase a ball all over and go, so what'd you make? 9? Made a quintuple. It's just like, it's not worth it to me. I just go, I told Caddy, we had a 4 Caddy guy, go, just grab that, would you? I'm not climbing down into that bunker. I've bladed it across from the rough and back. I've bladed it across the green. I'm just not going to go get it. Sorry. Because I'm playing again tomorrow, which I did. I played today. Did I tell you what I shot today? Oh,
yeah, we already went through that.
Went through that. So there you go. So, so that's that. And here's the other thing I forgot about the PJ Fleck show. Abba goes, what are you doing here already? I'm going, it's 11:30. That's not that early. He says, you don't start till 1. So I was here early. And then everybody
was annoyed that you were here?
Well, yeah. And they just started closing office doors and going, why aren't you in your office? I thought you had an office. Why don't you go to your own office? But Kara spent time talking to me. And we did some digital. Either she's not bothered by me or she hides it really well. Which one do you think it is? She doesn't seem to be bothered by me. I think she's
you're still in your honeymoon phase with her.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think what the hell is that supposed to mean?
It won't last.
You don't think it's going to last, huh? You think she'll eventually be that person that wants to get away?
I mean, statistics and odds would tell you so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, she did the digital thing and said, if somebody new started here, who would be the person you'd warn them about? And everybody said me. Me. The nicest, most affable, talkative.
Definitely talkative.
I'm the guy that goes up to you and tells you when you're getting screwed by the company. And then I get labeled as a morale drain. That's what it said in my... We should go over that review. We haven't done those reviews. We're supposed to do them like every year. We haven't done one in 20 years. But a review was, it said, morale drain is what it said. I'm draining morale. It's like, I'm pointing out to the employee how badly you're treating him.
You're just the messenger.
Yeah, I'm the messenger.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to tell him, you're the one that's the morale drain, but I got the morale drain.
Like, if Amazon delivers a package to my front step, and I'm not happy with what's inside the box, I don't blame the delivery driver.
Right, exactly. It's not delivery driver's fault.
No, I don't get mad at him or her.
So, it doesn't make any sense. So, PJ Fleck, Tennessee, Gophers take on Northwestern, right? In their next game?
Yes, the Wildcats.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's right. It's Northwest State.
Northwestern State.
Northwestern State. What's the Gophers record?
But we should do that bit later in the week.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yeah.
What's the Gophers record?
1-0.
What's Northwestern State's record?
No idea.
Say 1-0.
1-0.
So guess what?
Somebody's O has got to go. Somebody's O has got to go.
Let's talk a little adapt with the emphasis on the lad. I did watch some college football this weekend. I really did. And, of course, the National Football League season starts in earnest on, what is the Thursday nighter? I don't even know.
That's Cowboys-Eagles.
Cowboys-Eagles Cowboys without Micah Parsons. Yeah. We'll take a break. We'll come back, and we'll talk a little of this, a little of that, with the emphasis on the lad here on The Fan.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at washablesofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at washablesofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Ready to head back to the island with the power trip. Join the guys at Treasure Island September 18th and in Parlay for a night of full games. Tons of laughs and great prizes. Then come back on September 19th for a live broadcast, including the initials game. Vegas trips with the guys up for grabs both days. Use the promo code KFAN when you book your stay to save 20%. Get the full details now at KFAN.com. Keyword calendar.
Yeah, just thinking about it, I laugh. Power Trip Morning Show is so wacky. Great stuff. If you like reliving the 8th grade, every morning you'll love the Power Trip Morning Show. Time for Peek at the Purple, brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. No matter what your electrical needs are, whether you need a rewire the entire house, surge protectors, maybe you need one of those 240-volt plug-in things for your EV that you're going to get. Regardless, reach out to Affordable Electric. Affordable-Electric. That's Affordable-Electric. And remember, Affordable Electric is, it's shockingly affordable. There's really, I didn't see anything. Teneby, it's quiet at the new Winter Park, the TCO Performance Center. Almost too quiet as we get ready for the season opener. The lid lifter, the Vikings have the last game of week number 1. They will travel to the Liberty City of Chicago to take on the Liberty City Grizzlies. Coverage of that, I think it's a 7:15 kickoff, so I'm assuming about 5 o'clock will be our pregame on Monday. Maybe I don't. Do you like starting with a division foe? I like ending with a division foe because so often it can come down to that last game, like last year with Detroit and the Vikings. I don't know if I like opening with a division foe. I kind of like to have that happen a little bit later. I mean, it's okay. It's not the end of the world, but let
them get lubed up a little bit.
Yeah,
first.
That's what I like to see. But here we go. We're both Detroit and Detroit, Chicago, Green Bay, Minnesota. It's Kitties at Curly.
Who are the Vikings playing?
The Bears.
When the Vikings and the Bears play, it's a street fight. If you're going to get ready for a street fight, you better start getting ready now.
And I hope the Vikings are getting ready right now. I'm sure the Bears are. We've talked about all the intangibles, and we'll talk about them as the week goes on. The legendary Mark Rosen will join us just over a half hour from now. It all kind of hinges on, I think on there are other components to the team other than the starting quarterback. But it's well documented. He's never taken a snap in a regular season game. We're talking about J.J. McCarthy. Mark Craig, esteemed football writer, Fish Wrap Factory West Side, the Minnesota Star-Tribune, had an interesting piece. I think it was Craig's, where it said, most important position in football, starting quarterback. Second most important position, backup quarterback. And it's nice to have someone in the backup role that has had some modicum, is that right? Is that a word, modicum? M-O-D-I-C-U-M, modicum of success. I mean, that means some success, which Carson Wentz has had. Sam Howell really didn't. Those numbers spelled out by, I think it was in Craig's piece.
Modicum.
The word is modicum, not modicum. It's modicum.
A moderate or small amount.
Yeah, a modicum. Yeah, and wouldn't you say that would describe Carson Wentz's success in the National Football League? A small amount. I don't think it was a large amount. He had that year that they went to the big game, he was really good. He was MVP candidate, at least one of them. Then he was hurt, and that's when Nick Foles stepped in, and Foles led him to the big game. And
I would say I've had a modicum of success at poker.
Yes,
it's a small amount.
Yes, a modicum of success, and I've had a modicum of success in the broadcast industry. A very small amount. It's not much, but it's enough to pay the bills. And while I tend to agree with with Mark that the backup quarterback might be the second most important position. The only problem is, we've talked about this over and over again, there's probably, we don't even have 32 really good starting quarterbacks. So once you start getting to the backup quarterback in most teams, it's like you just keep you close your eyes and keep your fingers crossed and just hoping they don't make major mistakes. You're just hoping and that they can every once in a while win a game for it, especially if they have to be in for more than a series, a quarter, or a game. If you're relying on your backup, now it worked for Philly that year. Foles came in and led them to the big game, and they won it. So it can happen, but highly unlikely. So. Again, I think everybody liked what they did. The offensive line, the defensive line. Bears, new coordinator or new head coach was the wonderkin coordinator for Detroit, getting all the accolades about how great he is and how inventive he is. Whether that translates with Chicago and the pieces he has there remains to be seen. It should be a good game. We don't rule that for a fact. And then the other game in the North, it's Green Bay and Detroit, and the acquisition of Parsons does change things, though. Then I saw, did I read this right over the weekend? The Packers traded for damaged goods. I mean, this guy's got, what the hell was the injury again? It's some kind of back right? sprain of some sort, and they're going to shoot him up with
it's usually not good when you make a blockbuster trade.
That's what I was thinking.
And you're already having to put painkillers in him before his first game.
Where's the, there was a couple of different stories regarding.
Well, you look for that. I was going to say the only other Vikings notes from over the weekend.
Okay.
Adam Thielen took a $2 million pay cut to help finalize the trade that sent him from the Carolina Panthers. So he'll earn roughly $5 million this season. And good news for the Purple, also wide receiver. They're optimistic about receiver Jalen Naylor playing against the Bears on Monday night. He's been out since August 14th when he hurt his left hand. At the time, KOC listed him as week to week, but sounds like Naylor will go in the home, not the home opener, but the opener at Chicago.
I'm glad you brought up the Thielen thing. It's a back sprain, and they're going to shoot him up with morphine or something. Something to try to deaden the nerves or something. It's just not a good thing. If I'm the Packers, don't you make the guy go through, or did he go through physical? And you were aware of some back issues that he has, and prednisone, is that what it's called? I think it's called prednisone, and it's some type of I think it's a steroid of some, not an illegal steroid.
So sounds like it's IVF related.
Yeah, it's some type of steroid of some sort that's supposed to mask the pain and allow him to play, which is great. But it's, to me, oftentimes that just leads to further damage. But I'm not a doctor, and I don't even claim to be one. But
he's like 25, 26, and he has the same back ailments as me.
Yeah, exactly. Now, the Thielen thing, you and I have had this discussion before, where it gets to be, well, he ain't going to take less money. It's all about, and I've insisted, and not in every case, but like in the Thielen case, and I said it in the Thielen case, it's not about the money for Thielen. There was no way he was going to go, I can't play for that kind of money. He's made $85 million in his career. That's going to get him to the grave and beyond. And we always talk about this too. Again, at the 85, how much is taxed? $40 million. So he's made $45 million. And of the $45 million, you start investing. Just putting that in a simple Roth IRA is, so these guys, and so to get back to Minnesota was worth him to take a pay cut to make it.
And ultimately, the pay cut, him taking might have been the best financial decision anyway, because they could have just outright cut him, and there's no guarantee he makes that amount in free agency elsewhere.
That's exactly right. So
that happens all the time.
Yes, and sometimes people think, well, that'll scuttle the deal. There's no way he's going to do that, and I've always felt like for some of these guys, it's not about the money anymore. They'll take it, and they'd rather get the full paycheck. But if it comes to being in the perfect situation and making a little less money, they'll take the perfect situation over getting the most out of the deal. Peek at the Purple brought to you by our friends at Affordable Electric. For all of your electrical needs, Affordable-Electric. Affordable-Electric. And remember, Affordable Electric is shockingly affordable. Quick break. Back with a little Distat Lat. More controversial Vikings news on the other side of the break. Common Man program on the Fan.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Miss us out at the State Fair? Shop all of our 2025 fair designs, including that Wheel of Topics t-shirt, in the KFAN Pro Shop today, and be on the lookout for a few brand new variations as well. Ooh. Secure your new KFAN swag today at KFAN.com/store.
They're not going to change up that Wheel of Topic, are they? Like add another topic to it? That'd be a variation.
You never know.
Wonder if that'll happen. My original idea for Wheel of Topic, and I was not part of the design, was like it's Commons golf game, and then it's like, does it say spin again or something? I don't remember what it says. But I wanted it to be like a pie chart where like 99% of it was Commons golf game, and then the little tiny sliver in small writing was spin again. That's what I wanted. But they did it a different way, and it worked well. I think we sold some. I don't think it was the best-selling T-shirt at the fair, but I think we held our own, and we appreciate the support, because the more T-shirts that are attached to this show that we sell, the more job security tend to be. And I have the Micah Parsons thing. You know, after the trade, I mean, it was a blockbuster, right? It's probably of all the. And this wasn't off season, it was in season, but since, the end of the big game until the Micah Parsons trade, it's one of the biggest stories in the league, right?
It's the biggest trade we've seen in a long time.
And so it's still reverberating across the National Football League, and there's all sorts of different developments that have come up. We just talked about the injury. Kevin Patra is a senior news writer for NFL.com. And he writes, Micah Parsons' back injury continues to linger following his trade to Green Bay. Parsons is dealing with an L4/L5 facet joint sprain. According to sources informed of the situation, the Packers star pass rusher might be able to play week 1 against the Motor City Kitties by taking an epidural. Parsons passed a physical to complete last week's blockbuster trade from Dallas to Green Bay and participated in practice Monday. Both the Cowboys and noted orthopedic spine surgeon Dr. Robert Watkins, tell me if you ever need spine surgery, he would be the guy to go to, apparently. They confirmed the diagnosis. Parsons will continue physical therapy in Green Bay. During his hold-in in Dallas, Parsons cited a back issue that kept him out of practice. The issue was previously believed to be, by most, overstated, possibly as a negotiation tactic.
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't completely fabricated. After signing a massive $47 million per year contract with the Packers, Parsons is likely to do everything he can to get on the field against a division rival. Taking a pregame injection could allow him to play through any discomfort. And again, I'd still like to have him on my club.
Yeah.
But it's damaged goods, it just is. And I'm not a doctor, I'm not a spine expert. Having a facet sprain of the L4/L5, I don't know if, it's sort of like if if you've got bone on bone, they can inject something like an epidural and you can play with bone on bone and function, but it doesn't stop the bone rubbing up against it. It doesn't fix it. It's just a masking agent that allows you to play through the pain. So in other words, can he get an epidural? And then I don't know, is that good for the ear? Does he need one after the game? Does he need another one before the next game? Is it every couple of weeks, couple of months? And then does it just continue to aggravate the issue? Just because you don't feel the pain doesn't mean you're not doing more damage. I don't know. And again, it's not my issue. But it certainly is something I think to keep an eye on. And maybe we do have a doctor out there in the audience that could maybe shed some light on this very controversial issue.
I will say, I don't know what his marital status is, whether he's married, has a girlfriend, whatever, but if he ends up having a wife that gets pregnant someday and is going through the birth process, he can say, I can relate on the pain thing because I've also had an epidural before. So you and I, we're on the same page here. I understand what you're going through right now.
I guess he could say that. Another story about Micah Parsons. NFL.com, Brad Crawford. Micah Parsons reportedly viewed by some Cowboys teammates as egotistical, self-centered before the Packers trade. Some of Micah Parsons' teammates with the Dallas Cowboys viewed the all-pro pass rusher as egotistical and self-centered and didn't have positive views of The Edge with Micah Parsons podcast. Coming out of this week's blockbuster trade, Albert Breer of Sports Illustrated says there was a major difference in the negotiation process between Parsons and the Cowboys ownership compared to how Dallas handled previous contract discussions with Zach Martin, CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott. Here's what he writes. Martin, Lamb, and Prescott were very popular in the locker room. That's not the case with Parsons, who has rankled teammates. Great. Well, can you look up rankle? R-A-N-K-L-E. I get by the way it's used here what the definition is, but I love word definitions.
Rankle.
To continue to cause keen irritation or bitter resentment within the mind, fester, be painful.
Is there a picture of me there? That's not the case with Parsons, who has rankled teammates in different ways, seen by some as egotistical and self-centered. His podcast has created issues, too, that go all the way up to quarterback Dak Prescott. Now, of course, when that story broke, then another one broke where all sorts of players rallied to his defense. Now, they have no reason to now, right, that he's not on the team, but they did.
Well, that's the thing. Some of them, during the negotiations before he got traded, were like publicly on social media kind of supporting Micah in his negotiation with Jerry Jones. So that's why the rankling throws me off a little bit. But.
Yeah. Here's what both Dallas All-Pro wideout CeeDee Lamb and Pro Bowl cornerback Trev Diggs denounced those rumors after practice on yesterday. Here's what Lamb said. That's my dog, man. And his dog is D-A-W-G. Just so you know, it's not D-O-G. That's my dog, man. He knows it. I expressed it to him just about every week I could. So I feel like he knows where we stand as far as brotherhood, friendship, and all that. Tennessee, you're my dog, just so you know.
I was going to say, it is amazing how much different that one letter changes. Like if I just say you're a dog.
Yeah.
But if I spell it with A-W as opposed to an O, there's a much different meaning in what I say.
It's sort of like your mother. It's when you spell it D-O-G, it's like saying your grandma wears army boots.
Well, like Trump uses D-O-G all the time when making fun of people.
Yes. So obviously wishing him the best. Hope he has the best season ever. He's Micah Parsons. You know what I'm saying? He's Micah Parsons.
He's Micah.
He's unblockable. He's unstoppable. Wait till you see what happens on Sunday when he tries to get by Sewell and Decker. My prediction, Parsons won't sniff Jared Goff. He won't get to Goff. Detroit's not going to have any problem. Micah Parsons is going to be a non-factor in that game on Sunday. Not only will Green Bay get shut out, not only will they not cross the 50-yard line, they're not even going to pick up a first down, and their defense is going to be. If it were a fight, they'd stop it. Kitty's in a big win.
Well, I will say with Micah, like, he's had this back injury, whatever it is, for a while. I'm assuming he hasn't been working out. I'm assuming the conditioning's not there. So if he's just going to get shot up before the game and then just jump into it, I would think that would be a challenge for him.
Indeed. And then the final piece on Mike, and this is my favorite one. This is another guy that he lives in a different world than you and I live, Tenneby, and most people. Dateline Green Bay, Micah Parson says he just went through the hardest 4 months of his life as he feared his contract stalemate with the Dallas Cowboys would stretch into the start of the season. The toughest 4 months of his life. The toughest 4 months of his life was, what if my contract negotiation stretches out into the regular season? Oh, poor Micah. How is he going to focus? What is he going to do? Does he understand how that just sounds so, what's the word I'm looking, just out of touch with reality and with the average everyday, the people that he plays for, the fans? Think of all the different things, the hardships. That's why a lot of people like sports. Is your whole life just sports? You can tell me I got a terrible job. I don't like my marriage. I don't have a lot of friends. I'm in debt up to my ears. But don't tell me that on Sunday when I got my six-pack of black and my lazy boy recliner, I'm watching my favorite team play. Don't, because that's my escape. And he's talking about how difficult it's been the past 4 months. The most difficult 4 months of his life. What was the next most?
He's had a heck of a life, I'll tell you that.
What's the next most difficult thing in his life? Deciding if he wanted to get the Lexus gold or silver? Do I get a gold Lexus or do I get a silver Lexus? I mean, it's like, I don't understand these people. The toughest 4 months of his life. And now he doesn't go on to explain why it was so difficult, other than, I would say these last 4 months have probably been the hardest 4 months of my life. Does he accept the $47 million a year contract or does he not? And will it, he was going to get paid one way or the other. Right?
Yeah.
He was going to get the money. And
we're going to make 42 or 47.
Yeah. And whether he signed it at the beginning of the season, the middle of the season, or the end of the season, did it really matter? I guess if he didn't re-sign right away, he wouldn't start collecting the big paycheck. But I was just like, I don't understand. Well, I guess I do, because I said...
and he'd already made up until this point at least enough money to live off the rest of your life, right? Like, it's not like he wasn't making 10B money over the last couple seasons.
No, that's for sure.
He was already set for life. Now it's just generational wealth.
Put it this way, as we like to say, Tenneby, he has a daytime job. He's doing all right. Now
his checking account is not down to $65,000.
Here's comment. This story about Parsons' injury is completely misleading to save face for Jerry. You would not treat a facet sprain with an epidural injection, and this injection requires several days of rest. It is not something used right before the game. He likely receives a corticosteroid injection to reduce pain and inflammation. It's a common treatment for joint pain. Thanks, me boy, Dan in Rochester. Then there's a Dr. Mike. I'm not a doctor. Oh, wait, I am a doctor. Prednisone is a steroid and is a powerful anti-inflammatory. It can reduce pain, but does nothing to promote healing. The problem is the pain keeps us from activity and movements that will exacerbate the damage, and masking that signaling is begging for more and bigger problems. Maybe I could have been a doctor, because that's exactly what I said. I just didn't say it in those exact words. When this trade was announced, I told Landscaper Guy that our purple heroes are in trouble. Now it seems it may be the puke and snot team that is in peril, and Jerry Jones knew what he was doing all along. Maybe Jerry Jones did know what he was doing all along. I don't know. This one says, could I get an epidural in the middle of my forehead before the Monday night game? You might need that. It could be very painful for everybody involved. This one says, comment, I say Parson left 3 sacks and the Packers will win. Let me guess, Green Bay fan. Of course he would think that. Of course the Green Bay fan would think that Micah Parsons is going to be brilliant.
Is that the litter box? Where is it at? Is that Lambeau?
No, it's at Curly. That would be like a Lions fan saying, not only will Green Bay not score, not only will they not cross the 50-yard line, they won't even pick up a first down. That'd be the same thing. It'd just be ludicrous. It's like your true colors are showing, your green and gold colors are showing. So you don't even try that there. Man, I had fun watching college football this weekend. And I never watched college football. I didn't start watching college football until the last couple of years. Until I had 2 boys who I created from my dudes went to Nebraska. You know what the N stands for on the side of the helmet tend to be?
What's that?
Knowledge. And baby brother Peter's at The Ohio State University. And Nebraska hung on and won. It was a good game. It was fun to watch. It wasn't a perfect game by either club. Is
that the quarterback that everyone was comparing to Patrick Mahomes over the weekend? Just like the way he throws, the arm angles.
Oh, and the headband he wears, he tapes the same arm, everything, and he's admitted he is a fan of Patrick Mahomes. That's his favorite quarterback.
Sure.
He is. It's almost like, you know, when you're a little kid and you try to pretend you're a certain. That's like he's still living that life. I'm a little kid and I really want to be like Patrick Mahomes. But that's okay. He's a pretty good player. Matter of fact, I think at the time when he decided to transfer to Nebraska, or maybe he didn't transfer, maybe he had committed to like Florida, one of the Florida schools. And then his dad is the Raiola guy who played for the Kitties. And his old man went to Nebraska, so he wanted to follow in his dad's footsteps. I mean, Raiola just fell into their lap. Now, I watch him play almost every week. I think the idea that he was the best quarterback in college football might have been a little, I've not seen that yet. He has moments. He's good. We'd take him here. Maybe we wouldn't. Our guy was brilliant. What's his name again? Drake Lindsay or Lindsay Drake?
Drake Lindsay.
Drake Lindsay was pretty good. The Ohio State game, I like really good defense, but some of it was just inept offense as well. The Arch Manning guy, he looked like, if I could read his mind, he looked like a guy that says, I wish my last name wasn't Manning. I'd rather just be a biology student and just minding my own business. But because he's Arch Manning, he's forced to be a football player. Even if he doesn't want to play football, he has to play football. He looked overwhelmed. Now, I know Ohio State will do that to a lot of quarterbacks, but he looked, that was why I was, you know, look, they only lost by 7 to the defending national champions. So that's a good outfit. That's a good club in Texas, but it seems, and we'll have to see what happens. Now, I think Texas gets their version of Dolly Madison U and Hostess Cup. They get a couple of games which they play some Oswalds, so that'll give him a chance. But he just looked awful on Saturday. Just he didn't look like he looked like maybe the most overhyped quarterback in the history of college football because he just wasn't very good. Now again, it wasn't the Ohio State; they're a pretty good team, but he did not look very good. And I'm not saying, I'm just saying. That's the name of the Ohio State quarterback. His name is saying. I ain't saying, but I'm just saying he looked pretty good, but he struggled as well. But that was a defensive battle and a little bit of offense that just didn't seem like they were firing on all cylinders yet. Then what else did I watch? You
didn't watch Belichick yesterday, did you?
I watched a little bit of it, and they just did they end up getting steamrolled because it was
like
bad.
48-14, something like that.
Well, again, it goes to show you when you don't have Tom Brady, you're not as good a coach. And again, it's his first year. I get it, and this and that and other thing, but it's like when you have Tom Brady as your quarterback, you look like a genius of a coach, right? And then I watched the game I enjoyed the most was Alabama against Florida State. Florida State had 2 wins last year, Tennessee. They beat 8th-ranked Alabama. And the best part is my guy with the pencil behind his ear is
Patricia.
Patricia's he's their defensive coordinator. Or is it offensive? Which one is he?
I thought he was always an offensive guy.
Yeah, he's coordinator. Yeah, for FSU, and they ended up beating Alabama. And
did he have the pencil behind his ear?
Yeah, he did.
Would he have been the head coach instead of the OC if he just would have kind of trimmed the beard up a little bit?
He would have had a better look. Yeah. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe he's not with FSU. Who is he with? Oh, I'm thinking now. No, he's coaching with somebody. I watched him this weekend. His team won. His offense was really good. He's not with FSU.
Oh, he's the defensive coordinator for Ohio State.
Ohio State, that's who it is. Okay. He's defensive coordinator at Ohio State. I'm thinking Gus Malzahn. Do you know that name?
No.
So he coached Auburn, okay, for a number of years. I had to have Deuce look it up. He got fired at Auburn, and all he did was beat Alabama and finish in the top 10 every year, and they got rid of him because I guess he just didn't take it to the next level. But he's FSU's offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, one or the other, right? And he sent out a tweet. He goes, just like back in the days when I was with Auburn, he just took a little cheap shot. I loved watching the Crimson Tide get beat. Crimson Tide looked bad. FSU only 2 wins last year. The Castellanos kid, their quarterback. Obviously he could play on Fridays. I know he can play on Saturdays. I'm not suggesting he can play on Sundays, but he was really good and fun to watch. He's a good player. That FSU team they sprung the upset. That was nice. It was fun to watch. So there was some good football. Oh, and then just anytime Notre Dame loses is a great day. So, there was some good college football. We'll see how much college football Mark Rosen watched. He's a big college football guy. He watches. He knows the landscape. Trust me. We'll talk to Rosie. He joins us next here on the Common Man program on the Fan.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anna Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.